Hey guys, Anna Kate with Anna Kate Fitness here. Today I want to talk about motivation versus discipline. Some ways that will help establish better discipline to then help with motivation going forward. A lot of times people think that they can only do something when they feel motivated, and that is just not the case. It's just like brushing your teeth every day, right? You don't wake up like excited to brush your teeth. You don't go to bed excited to brush your teeth. For some people, it takes like putting a sticky note on a mirror to make sure that they do it, or something in their calendar to make sure that they do it. So in that case, when it comes to workouts, plan ahead. If you forget to get your workout in, put it in your calendar, put a sticky note on the fridge so that every time you look at it, you know that you have a note to go work out later today or whatever. I use Google Calendars, and I think that's the best way to do it because it'll send you reminders. Even like if you need reminders to drink water or eat a meal or whatever, just put it in Google Calendar, and that will help you create that discipline so it becomes routine. So for example, here is a normal day in the life of Anna Kate in my Google Calendar. So I have all my clients in there. I have my workout scheduled in there. I block out time every single day for my workout. Even if I need to shift that time around, that's totally fine. But if there's no other empty available time, that's the time that I have to get my workout in. If I have more flexibility throughout the day, which most days I do have more flexibility, I can shift my workout around. I even put in like if I have to study for certain things, like right now I'm studying to get my pilot's license. So studying my FFA or FAA homework, and other things like getting client check-ins done. I allot 2 hours to that. So there are things that can help you create that discipline just by putting it in your calendar like this. You can also set up the reminders so that it will actually send you a notification 30 minutes before each event. Another awesome tool to help develop that discipline is just writing notes down. So my notes app right here is what I use for things extra that I know I need to get done, and you can prioritize them as far as like which one is most important to get done and then which ones can get done later. So I usually have some that need to get done like that day. And if I usually put it in my calendar so that I can make sure that I block out time to get it done. But if it's something random like, I don't know, I need to go on Google and make sure that X, Y, and Z is working right in Google, or I need to update this thing on my website, or I need to, put in this shirt order form or whatever it may be. I'll put that in my notes for my to-do list right here. And then I can prioritize things that can get done later in the week. So I always check that every single day to make sure that I can knock things off that list as I go. Another thing that will help create that discipline is if you use MyFitnessPal to track your food, you can have it send you reminders when it's time to eat or time to log your meal, time to drink water. It can send you reminders in the actual MyFitnessPal app so that you have no excuses to forget to track your food. Because as we know, it's usually not a forgetfulness, it's just a lack of planning. If you plan ahead and you set these reminders and you put things in your calendar, there is absolutely no reason to forget. If you're forgetting, it's really just on you, and most likely you're not motivated enough to reach the goals that you have set forth for yourself. So now let's talk about motivation. Motivation comes in a lot of different forms. A lot of times it can be inspired by other people. So for example, what I do motivates and helps other people. Sometimes I don't want to be all uppity and positive and posting my workouts and, sharing all these things with you guys and my followers and my clients, but I know that it helps everyone. It helps motivate people. It helps inspire people. It gives people ideas. So I continue to do these things because I want to help motivate other people. And if people are going to actually utilize the resources that I'm putting out there, then I know that I've done my job. And even if I only help one person, that is what makes me happy. That is what I'm put on this planet to do, is to help people and help myself and just live a fun life, right? So motivational things that you can get from other people. For example, this YouTube channel. There are so many different videos here that will give you ideas, will motivate you, get you excited to see your progress and so forth. And as I go through this show prep, I'm going to be posting more specifically about my show prep progress to get people even more excited and more motivated as well. Another awesome resource to help with motivation, obviously, is social media. So whether you follow your favorite fitness influencers or you follow our team page here, we like to give, again, more like informational stuff, not necessarily like super hype, exciting fun, cool, things on the team page. I like to keep the team page as more informational things, resources to send to clients whenever they have XYZ type of question, and so forth, or just, people that maybe right now can't afford personal training or online coaching. I definitely send them to the business page because we post a lot of free workouts, a lot of free meals, free recipes, all these things that can be utilized. And then also following your favorite influencers, watching their reels, watching their workouts, will get you pumped up for your own as well. And then the number one motivator, in my opinion, should be yourself. You should never have to rely on someone else to get motivation because, again, we're all human. Like I said earlier, sometimes I don't want to post on social media. Sometimes I don't want to have to record my workout. I don't want to have to be positive all the time, right? I'm human. I do a pretty good job with it. And I think that my patience level with all that is pretty good. And I do enjoy this industry, and I really, really enjoy connecting with others and helping others. So that's why I'm so willing to do it and have been doing it for, as long as I have been. But if you're relying on other humans for your own positive reinforcement or attitude or motivation, you most likely will not be able to hang very long, right? So when it comes to your own motivation, use yourself, use your own progress, your own goals to get there. And I think having goals is extremely important, especially if you want to achieve something, right? So you need to have a goal to be able to achieve something. And then as far as how you feel while reaching this goal, I'll kind of go into that again here in a little bit because I do want to talk about being goal-oriented versus living in the moment, because I think those are two things that you should learn how to balance out a little bit better too. But again, having those goals, making smart goals for yourself. So here's our acronym, SMART. Our SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. These are all really important when it comes to setting your goals, because if you have a wedding in 4 weeks and you expect yourself to lose 30 pounds in 4 weeks, that's obvious you're setting yourself up for failure, right? Having a trainer or a professional help you with these goals is going to be really helpful as well, because Joe Schmo on the street may think that he can lose 5 pounds a week every single week, right? And most likely that's not going to happen. Sometimes you'll be able to lose 5 pounds in the first week, and then usually it diminishes, and then it kind of levels off at an average of 1 pound per week. That is an average. Some weeks you may not lose any. Some weeks you may lose more than that. So as a trainer, I just generally, again, depending on the client size, if you're starting in a more obese position where you may be over 400 pounds, you're going to lose more than 1 pound per week. If you are starting a lot more petite, like someone like my size who's around 130 pounds, I'm probably not going to lose a pound per week. I might lose an average of like 0.5 pounds per week or something like that. So it's all, depending on the situation of the client and how much weight they have to lose. So for example, a SMART goal for me for this year specifically, I'm going into show prep. We started my show prep 2 weeks ago, so that puts me at 17 and a half, 18 weeks out from my first show. This is going to be a national qualifier at an amateur level because I have not competed in 3 years. I have to re-qualify. So I'm giving myself about 18 weeks to lose about 13 to 15 pounds. For me, that is attainable, that is measurable, that is timely, that makes sense for my goals, right? If I were to say, okay, I'm going to do a show in 6 weeks and I need to lose 15 pounds, that is not attainable, that is not smart, that does not fit our criteria here. It's not timely. I could lose 15 pounds in 6 weeks, right? I could crash diet and do that, but I'm not going to look good. I'm going to look watery and soft and not look good at all, which is why also as trainers, we really, really, really stress a realistic approach to fat loss. We don't want to crash diet. We don't want to do this quickly because you're not going to look good. You're not going to feel good. Most likely you are going to rebound very hard and your metabolism will tank. Your metabolism is going to slow down to adjust to you not eating very much and probably overdoing the cardio, which is why a lot of times people will come to me saying, I'm only eating 1,000 calories and I'm doing an hour of cardio a day and I can't lose weight. And if that is accurate, if those assessments are completely accurate, if you have been tracking your food 100% and you really are only eating 1,000 calories a day and doing an hour of cardio, then your metabolism is down here because it's not getting enough fuel. So your energy output has to decrease as well because your energy coming in is also decreased. The more we eat, then our metabolism says, oh, okay, I can start burning more because I'm getting more. So then it matches where you're at. So we want a fast working metabolism. We don't want hard rebounds, and we want to look our best. We want to look healthy. We want to not lose muscle mass. That's another thing that I forgot to mention, is you can lose more muscle mass if you try to crash diet and do it quickly. And you want to try to retain as much muscle mass as possible when you're in a diet phase, because that is what's going to give you that toned, perfect, competition ready look. Okay, so now let's go back to what I was mentioning earlier about living in the moment and having goals. So obviously, if you have a goal, you want to do XYZ. That could be anything. That could be fitness related. It could be financially related. It could be family related. It could be travel related. It could be whatever, right? You have a goal for yourself. You need to create smart goals, smart mini goals to help you reach that big goal. Okay, so baby steps to get to the bigger step. But if you are completely miserable during this whole process, you're going to want to quit, and you might quit. You're going to want to quit over and over again. It's not going to be fun because, let's be honest, dieting and doing cardio and working out and all this stuff is not always fun, right? So we need to learn how to enjoy the journey. And that is the part where it becomes super specific to each person. When it comes to living in the moment, to me, I think the perfect definition is allowing yourself to A, be human, B, make connections, and C, just enjoy as much as you can, even if it's something very simple. For example, I genuinely enjoy going on walks and looking at flowers. I love taking pictures of flowers. I love looking at them. I just think they're beautiful. And I think that you can do a lot with that in your own brain. And instead of just walking right past the flowers, you can take a moment and you can stop and you can literally smell the roses. I mean, that saying, has a good reason. And for me, it's taking pictures of the flowers or just meditating, just taking a moment, because life is so dang fast all the time. We're always moving. We're always working. We're always, especially America, is always in such a hurry to get things done and to work hard and never sleep and, whatever. And life just shouldn't be that way. And I think it is hard when we have family and we have a job and we have goals and we have all these things that we're working towards to just stop and enjoy and breathe. Just take a second to breathe, just count to 10 and breathe and meditate and physically enjoy what you are doing in that moment. And again, it's not going to be 100% of the time. But it is really important to make sure that you have that skill, because everything else in life and reaching those goals moving forward is going to be extremely difficult if you're not able to live in the moment a little bit. Actually, one of the main reasons why I haven't competed in the past 3 years is I wanted to do more of living in the moment rather than reaching my goals. I always have goals, but I understand that the stage can wait. My life as a young 20-year-old entrepreneur cannot, right? So I took the last 3 years to A, grind and build my business. And then whenever I felt as if I grinded enough to then relax a little bit, then I wanted to enjoy myself and travel more. I wanted to travel, I wanted to explore the world, and I did that. And I'm going to continue to do that. But I'm back in grind mode for a little bit because I have these specific goals that I need to reach. I'm still going to be living in the moment as I'm doing that. But once I reach those goals, then I'll feel more accomplished and then can slow back down a little bit. And that's kind of how I like to do it, is I'll grind hard, slow down and enjoy life, travel more, grind hard, slow down, enjoy life and travel more. And that's what works for me. For everyone else, it's going to be a little bit different. But again, you got to find what works best for you, understanding living in the moment and reaching goals, and that you can do both at the same time. And then also understanding motivation versus discipline and how having both is important. But creating that discipline, number one, is what is going to help you reach your goals. So thanks for today's chat. Hope this helped. A little bit different today, more of a psychological, motivational chat with you all. But I think this is a really good one that I've been wanting to get out there for a while. So hope you guys enjoyed.